Good evening. We are here from Contracts Studio up in the Bronx. I'm here with the privilege of sitting next to JB. First of all, good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
This is not our first go-around. So hailing from the Bronx, I mean, that is one of the birthplaces of rap. It's argued, but I feel like we win, in my opinion, right? How long have you been doing this?
Probably like 15 years.
Okay, so what inspired this component of music for you? Being that you're a rapper, what inspired this, or who inspired this for you?
Money.
That's always, well, you brought it up. So speaking of money, right?
Yeah.
I've managed a few people, done different things in this industry, and I understand how much money it costs. A lot of artists don't understand that. Why don't you tell people how expensive it is in this industry today to be successful? I know you spent quite a bit of money. We don't have to get into the figures here, but you know, it's expensive.
It ain't no joke. Like, if you want to do this, you got to spend some chicken to get some chicken, and you got to spend it in the right places. If you don't, then God be with you, and you be lucky.
So let's speak to something. Let's give me one thing that you've done in the 15 years you've been doing this. Maybe something you spent money on that you would have done it differently. Give me one of those.
I just think when I did the run with a lot of the Dipset camp, if we would have went out more and showed face more, I think things would have been a lot of different, because we did songs with Vado, Jim Jones, Hell Rel, J.R. Ryder, Sin City's 730. We did songs with mostly damn near all the Dipset, except for Cam and Santana. But if we would have did things a little bit different, that we would be in a higher position. We just didn't take advantage of the opportunity. We had 4 million, 5 million views on WorldStar before
Social media.
Yes. And you know, Take Money logo and that brand was very high.
So speaking to what you just told me, and now that social media is a big part of your success, what have you done differently?
Sell my music.
Speak to that. So we do it. The CDs are dead, kids. If I see somebody with a CD at South by Southwest this year, I'm fucking gonna smack you in the head with it. I don't have a CD player. What, are you kidding? Everything is streaming. So I'm assuming you're talking about QR codes and kind of just. I'll be back to guerrilla marketing, because that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Okay. Conferences. You see, I'm wearing an A3C shirt. Where are you going this year? Are we doing South by Southwest this year?
South by South.
You there?
Yeah, we there.
Okay. After the expenses, what else is the next most difficult thing about being an artist?
Just putting your brand in the right places. Like, we have a fan base overseas, but we need to tap into it the right way. And we also need to get there to get the revenue from it. Because here is oversaturated.
Say it again.
It's oversaturated here. So if you have opportunities to be great somewhere else, you need to be there. And that's all it really takes for this Take Money thing, because we big in London, we big in Africa, we big in Japan, Taiwan, China, these places, but we in the Bronx.
How about that? And the reason why it's a problem, there's a lot of artists that I've had the privilege of interviewing, and no hate, but some of them have a hard time getting above this plateau. There's like a ceiling. Getting out of New York is big. Why? Because most people in the Bronx, New York, they don't like you anyway. It's not about your talent. It's personal. You know, whether you look better, you have nicer jewelry. So getting out of New York is definitely key. Let's speak to some of your collabs. Who's, let's say, 1 or 2 people that you loved working with?
I like working with Corey.
Okay.
I like working with Fred the God. We got a good mixture. We got good collaborations together.
Good energy.
Yeah, good energy.
Give me 2 people that you have not worked with that you want to work with.
Yo Gotti.
Okay.
I like the drug dealer talk. I like the street talk. Jay-Z, my favorite rapper.
Okay. Favorite place you performed?
Paradise Theater on Fordham Road.
What concert was that?
That was the Huddy 6 concert. We could perform with Dipset, The Locks, a whole list of names. And then they had another one for Lil' Kim that had Missy Elliott, Lil' Kim, you know, a whole bunch of other people, Mary J. Blige. it's a whole long list of platinum artists that we performed with on that stage.
That venue is crazy. The capacity is 3,700. I used to actually do promotions for that years ago, so I can tell you that you get a good mix of the Bronx, rich, poor, and a good demographic of, you know, cultures. So that's impressive to have on your resume. What's next? Let's speak to that, because you're always working on something. You know, Gio, who does a lot of your video work, is always talking about videos you're shooting. So what are you working on currently?
Currently, I'm working on Drug Dealers 2, Blood Brothers, the whole gang outside with it. Drug Dealers 2, it'll be out the end of this month, January, the end of January. And that's my solo album featuring Goods, Fred the God, Corey Guns, RJ Payne from Philly that signed to Griselda Records.
The studio that we're in right now, again, contract studio, it's amazing. It's very well put together. Somewhere I've seen you more than once. Speak to having somewhere nice to work. I think it does motivate. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it's the comfortability. Like, if you're comfortable somewhere, you can get your best creativity out. We're just looking forward to putting these albums out, to get to the bigger shows, to get to the features, and get the brand out there more.
So Take Money's actually in the studio right now. KO is, I think, in the booth. You have Goods in the booth. I'm holding him up from being in the booth, and I'll let you go in about 5 minutes. You know, you've always been rocking brand names. I see Fendi is with you today. Who are other brands outside of the obvious that I can catch you?
I love Gucci, Dior, Margiela, Montclair.
Now this was homework for you. Give me one urban brand that you respect.
Urban brand.
Urban brand, yes.
Take Money clothing. Look forward to it. A lot of people don't need music, but they need clothes. So if you're attached to clothing, to the music,
we talked about this. I like it. All right, so all New York teams are struggling. If you could pick one to save, who would it be?
The Nets.
Okay. I mean, I respect that you're from the Bronx, but you're going with the Nets. It's cool. You know, that's a Jersey team. I'll let it go.
But Brooklyn stole it. The city stole it. We Debo shit. I like city shit.
I wasn't going to Jersey anyway to watch the game, so I'm gonna give you
Brooklyn
that.
took it from Jersey.
I think Jay-Z had a little bit of say-so in that. Jay-Z had a little bit.
I don't give a fuck what Berry from.
He put it in his backyard. Let's be clear. He didn't put it in the Bronx. He put it in. You understand what I'm saying?
I fuck with my Brooklyn niggas.
I'm not mad at that. You have no choice.
Bronx is a mixture of every borough.
When the Bronx goes to Brooklyn, Brooklyn's always like, yo, he from the Bronx, and vice versa. It's weird. It's a mutual respect, and I like that. That's what's important. Let's say you were not a rapper. What would be the career of choice for you? Anything you could possibly be.
I'd be a real estate agent.
I like that.
I like selling bricks.
It's always a privilege and a pleasure to talk to you. I'm holding him up from this session. Am I missing anything from this interview? Because that last comment, I'm just spent.
Look forward to us doing a lot this year. 2020 vision, Take Money INC, we coming full force. So if y'all don't like us or y'all hating, I'm sorry for y'all. We coming.
1 second. If people are hating on you, that means you're doing something right. No one.
Exactly.
That's it. So kudos to the haters.
We the underdogs, but eventually the underdog, he grows. And once the underdog grows, I feel sorry. If they're intimidated by you, that means something.
All right, kids. Urbanvarieti.